Hello students, I am Prabhat Dubey, your B.St teacher from LPM Public School, Gola Bazar. Yesterday we talked about the different levels of management, how different individuals are recruited and what are the selection criteria to recruit at different departments, different levels. Like we have seen marketing, finance, HR, how the CEO, COO and CFO, president, vice president, chairman are appointed, and how the middle level managers, the business heads of different nations and marketing heads, finance heads and other departmental heads are recruited, and how the lower level of management contributes, and how all the efforts are synchronized to ensure a profitable business. Today we will discuss about the functions of management, what different functions are done by the different levels of management and what are the important ones. So the basic functions of managements are categorized in these five heads. First one is planning, second one is organizing, then staffing, directing and controlling. It depends on the size, as it is mentioned in your book. The people who are having this book can go to page number 31. It is clearly mentioned that regardless of size, nature and type of organizations, all the managers have to perform some basic functions. It doesn't depend on the size, how much the investment is being made for any particular organization. These five basic things will be common. Okay, so first one is planning. How to execute the business, what type of product is to be made, what type of service is to be provided to the student, to the customer, is comes under planning. Everything, what will be the target market, what will be the initial cost of the product, what will be the supply chain, how to attain the break-even point when the company will come under profitability, what type of resources are to be used during the manufacturing process, from where to buy the resources, what type of skill is needed to execute the manufacturing plan. All these things comes under planning. So as you know that the top level of management is basically involved in planning and organizing, because these two functions require a specific skill and experience. So the person who are working at top level, as we talked in the previous lecture, are experienced person, and they are of very skilled background. They have spent at least 10 to 15 years at the middle level of management. Then they are promoted to the top level of management. Without experience, only theoretical knowledge cannot help you in managing the business. That's why any person except the business owners, the person who comes from business families, if anyone is going to be recruited at the top level, experience is highly needed for that person to handle the business properly, to understand the basic problems that any business manager encounters in daily business operations and long-term goal orientation as well. So you can understand how important is planning and organizing. If you have made a proper plan, how to execute, what type of resources are needed, from where to buy all the raw materials, what type of packaging is required, what type of promotional schemes are required, how to market the product, all these things comes under organizing. If your plan is ready, the execution part, how to execute the plan, what will be the structure of the organization, what type of business managers are required, all these things are under organizing. Okay, so as I discussed that both these functions are very crucial and experienced persons are needed. So in the meeting, the top level managers, the business heads, the CEO, chairman, MD, the president, vice president, all these people at the head office unite and discuss these things. Before setting up the business, before setting up the manufacturing process, before investing a single rupee, the planning and organizing activities are completed. The project is ready. Only the execution is to be done. Then comes staffing, directing, and controlling. If you have made a proper business plan, the half of the battle is won. Your plan should be very concise and very effective. So it depends on how efficient the business manager is, how deep his understanding of market is. That's why companies are spending crores of rupees in hiring the top level business managers. That's why the renowned companies hire business manager from esteemed management institutions and universities like Harvard, Oxford, Yale University. Ranking of Indian institutions at the global level is not very good. Even the top level Indian institutions of management and technology are not getting a proper rank in the global index of top 100 institutions. This is a very serious issue before us because our quality of education is not acceptable at the global level. Even 50% of the university pass outs graduates are not having proper skills to be employable. They are not having the necessary skills that are required to be recruited in a global company. So you can understand how the quality of education that is being given in India is compromised. People are getting degree, but their efficiency, their effectiveness is not up to standard. So planning and organizing is a very crucial thing. That's why mostly the CEOs and CFOs are hired from top institutions that are abroad. Even the Indian people who are managing the global companies are by birth Indian, but their education is from foreign universities. So there is no lack of talent in India. Indian people are very talented. You can find Indian people in most of the companies at the top level. But the real scenario is that Indian institutions are not capable enough to provide us the efficient workforce. Government is making proper effort and this will take a long time. Corruption and political motives are the two factors that are making India lagging behind. Okay, so you understood the importance of organizing. Organizing, as the word suggests, everything is to be organized in a proper manner. If you want to deliver the product at right time at right place with right price, your organizing activity should be in proper sequence, proper order. If everything is in order, then your profitability will be ensured. Then comes staffing. Staffing is recruiting the efficient person as per the hierarchy of the company, as the policy that is made by the top level management. You know how much top level managers, how much is the requirement of the raw materials, how many people are to be recruited at the middle level of management and at the lower level, and what workforce is required to work at the grassroots level. These things are under staffing. As you know that the people who are working in any particular organizations, their efficiency, their educational background, their IQ are different. The person who is working as a laborer in the manufacturing unit and the person who is recruited as the CEO, their mental ability, their efficiency, their educational background, there is no comparison between both of them. So every type of workforce is required in every institution, every organization. And when the company grows, there is requirement of more people. So staffing is a never ending process. The person, when your productivity goes high, so you need more workforce. If more workforce is recruited, you need managers to manage them. So as the company goes on the path of progress, the all these things go on simultaneously. That's why we say that management is a dynamic process. You cannot say that if the company has started manufacturing, then planning and organizing activities will stop. It is never ending process. Planning will go on. How to cope up with the marketing challenges, how to cope up with the need of the customer, how to deal with the changing customer taste. Okay, how to imbibe the technological, cultural, social and financial changes that is prevalent in the current scenario. You know that the circumstances, the environment around any company, any institution is changing at a very fast rate. The taste of the consumer changes. That's why companies are keeping an eye over all these changing scenario. So staffing is also very important. If you are recruiting incapable person on any sensitive post, so your efficiency will decrease. You are simply misusing your resources. Any single penny that is being spent on any process, any policy making or any manufacturing process, that should give return to the company. Then only the profitability of the company can be ensured. Otherwise, there will be misuse of the resources and the image of the company, the profitability of the company will suffer in the long run. Directing and controlling, these two things are under monitoring of the lower level of management. Giving proper direction to the workforce is the basic duty of the lower level of management, that is supervisory level, because they are in direct touch with the workers. If any grievance is there, it has to be sorted out. That's why directing is there, to give proper direction, how to execute the plan, how to ensure the profitability, how to make quality products, what type of competition is in the market. It has to be tracked out, and there should be modification in the product as per the changing customer's taste. So if the lower level is not capable enough to give proper direction to the workforce, then there will be loophole in the production process, manufacturing process and in the supply chain as well. Okay, so you can understand how important is directing and controlling activities. So the lower level of management is also very indispensable for proper execution of plan. Okay, but there should be communication between all levels of management. The person who is staffing any person, if he is not having proper eye on the performance of that person, how to give the incentives, how to decide the increment, this is also the function of the recruiters, the staffing activity. Any person who is being recruited in the company, if he is doing remarkable work, he is dedicated to his work, he should get the dividend of his hard work. And if any person is found who is not working seriously in the company, then he will suffer the loss. Okay, so staffing also keeps an eye on the performance of the workforce. Any person who is being recruited in the company, his performance is under watch. Okay, because no company want to have any unproductive resource in the company. If you are not working seriously for the company, then company will throw you out. And a company is not run by human emotions and sentiments. The sole objective of the company is to minimize the cost and maximize the profit, providing good product with standard quality and maintaining a social responsibility as well. Last one is controlling. Direction and controlling, both these things are very close to each other. If you are directing any business process or business activity, you will find certain loopholes or why the company is not going on the planned way. If there is any loophole, it is duty of the lower level of management to report it to the middle and top level and also sort out the issue if it is under their capacity. Controlling keeps the company on its right path as per the planning and organizing activities. If the company is not getting the results as per the plan, then the whole management team meets under a single roof and decides why we are deviating from the desired path, why the desired objective is not being fulfilled. And again, there are changes that are being introduced in the plan to attain the desired objective within the particular period of time. And as we discussed that efficiency and effectiveness is to be maintained in the organization if you want to get the desired results on right time. So directing and controlling ensures effectiveness and efficiency of the company. Okay. So I think all these functions of management are clear to you. In the next lecture, we will talk about coordination, how the different efforts that are made by the employees of any organization or institution are coordinated. Okay. So we will meet in the next lecture. Thanks.